All right, Jalil. So I think I'm going to try to make you a video here and just kind of explain match and that kind of stuff and kind of give you some tips because I feel like you watch a lot of the YouTubers and I feel like it's not really helping you for what I do. And I feel like I can help you. And I don't got nothing else to do. And I got this little writing pad I bought years ago and I want to use it. So fuck it. Let's use it. Let's go over the situation. 40 seconds left in the quarter. I'm going to hit play on this. I'm going to turn the volume down on it too so we can actually fucking hear what we're doing. All right, so on this play, you're going to see I'm trips left, right? Take a shot. Just want you to see that I did that. I'm going to skip ahead a little bit and get to a point that really matters. First off, I just want to point something out while we're here. We've got to find a way where you don't have to do this stuff. You know what I mean? We've got 3 over here, okay? And you've got 1, 2 bodies, a third body. No safety over top, okay? 1 safety over here, nickel back over here. I know that your videos you're watching are telling you that you need to base align, but I'm telling you, I think it's bad news. I think it's bad news, and I'm going to show you why here in a minute. I'm going to skip ahead a little bit. See, on this side, because you're base aligned, you're much better, right? Let's see if do I go into coach view here? I just want to see something. Yeah, so look at this. Look at this. We got trips right. You know what I mean? We're trips. But because you're base aligned, your team is all lined up over here. So you got a nickel, a safety, a corner. You're one-on-one over here. This is like when you're in base. So I notice this when I'm playing you, right? I pay attention to this shit. This is the only thing I pay attention to when I'm on offense is your alignment and what coverage you're running. So you're going to see right here, I hit you for a short gain, right? Nothing different than I usually do. This is where it gets important. This is where I want to kind of break it down. After this here play, we're going to skip through. All right, pause right here. Now listen. This one here again, trips left. I just ran trips right, and I saw that you're lined up. Your nickel back's right here. That's your nickel back. Corner, safety, corner, linebacker. So you can see I've got you outnumbered. You're outflanked over here on the left side. Okay, but first off, I want to talk for a minute about match coverage principles, and I want to talk about what they are. So I'm going to switch to blue to show you some coverage. So if you are running cover 4 match, I'm going to be honest with you. On this play, if I remember correctly, I don't think you're in cover 4 match. I think that you might just be in either cover 2 or you might be man-to-man. But I know you're not in match on this play unless the game glitched. If you were in match, rules are this corner gets number 1. This safety gets number 3. Obviously, you played corner, so I'm sure you know 1, 2, 3. You've got 1, you've got 2, right? So this corner gets number 1. This safety gets number 3. Because you're base aligned, Jalil, the guy that's responsible in quarters versus trips is going to be the nickelback that's responsible for number 2. Your nickelback is over here, okay? So when you come out in base, I don't know if you look at the coach preview or the coach art, but I don't know what it looks like. I'm guessing though, that it's putting this guy in a deep quarter and him in a deep quarter back this direction. Okay? He's responsible for number 1 in match, so he's going to link up there. This guy's in no man's land. He's in no man's land. I'm guessing what the game would make him do in these instances, because you're base aligned. I'm taking a wild guess that he's going to be in like a curl flat. He's going to be somewhere over here if you're not running match. So on this route preview, if you were running match, this guy, I don't think this is considered a vertical break. This is like a horizontal break. So he should take his deep third, or his deep quarter, I apologize. This guy here is going to take number 3, because that's a vertical release if you're in match. So he's going to man him up. This safety here is going to take his deep quarter, because he's got no 1, because he's got no number 3 here. There's only 2. This corner is going to take number 1 if you're matching. So that leaves you right here with a curl flat, a hook, da-da-da-da-da, right? So on this play, all I'm doing in this play, Jalil, is I'm seeing what coverage you're in. Okay? That's all I'm doing. So I want to just real quickly. So you can see at the snap, I put him on a little smoke. I'm going to let it play for another second. Right there. Okay. Right here. This is all I wanted to see, right? So here's why I don't think you're in match. Because your corner here didn't chase. He looks like he's in a flat. He chased. He's kind of out here nowhere, and he's manned up. I think you might possibly be in cover 2 man here. And if you're matching in cover 2 man, I don't know the cover 2 rules very well, but I think you're there because you've got 2 deep releases. Okay, but what I'm looking for on this play is, can I beat you over the top, right? I don't take a ton of shots against you, but occasionally I will. And with 14 seconds left in a half, okay, the only thing I want here is, can I get this open? Because, frankly, I'm at the 49 at midfield, inside zone here, 2 timeouts. I'm getting a field goal. We're going up 7.5. But if I can get a touchdown out of this, the whole game changes. So that's all I'm looking for. So I threw this ball. I wanted to see how it would go. Throw the ball. Obviously, didn't catch it, okay? Didn't catch it. I know you can hear me on there talking. Can I get the fucking volume of this off? Perfect. Okay, now I'm coming out. Jalil, this is the same play. This is the same play, okay? And I just tested you, right? So what I want to show you, this is the play we end up running. This time, I believe that you're in cover 4 match. And the only reason I believe that is because what happens. But to go over the rules of cover 4 match with you again, this guy is responsible for number 1 if he goes vertical. If he does not go vertical, he is to carry anything deep. This guy is responsible for number 3. He's going to carry him deep if anything goes deep. This guy is responsible for number 1. He's going to carry anything vertical. This counts as vertical. This guy right here is going to be responsible for number 3 if there is one. If there is not a cover 3, obviously in real life, you would roll this coverage and he would come over here to kind of match the trips because your nickelback is in an awful location. Because your nickelback needs to be on the strong side of this formation, but he's not. And I just tested that, and that's why I did that. So what's going to end up happening here is this is not a vertical release, but my guess here is that Madden considers this a release that corner over there should be responsible for. Because you're going to see he hangs out. Now, I do want to remind you, if you're doing zone drops, then match rules get thrown out the window. So if you do zone drops, none of this is really applicable. But I wanted to talk about it anyway, just so you had a better understanding of it. But really, what's going to happen here is I know he's responsible for number 3. Okay? So I'm just sending him deep. And the only thing I'm doing here is I am clearing him out. It'd be great if he gets an inside release and we can get down the field. Because what I really want here, and the only reason I ran that last play was to show you this, is I want this whole shot. I want it. And I think if I get a deep release here, he's going to be occupied and I can freeform this motherfucker about right there at the 8-yard line. That's my only goal. And then just across the board, I just want to just real quick show you what everyone did. He's responsible for number 1. You're going to see at the snap, he is going to chase Laporta across the field. He's responsible for number 3 if there is one. If there's not, he is to relate back to his quarter. He's responsible for number 1 on a vertical release, which is over here, but he does not go with him. So I'm guessing Madden thinks the smoke route might be a vertical release. I will test that more. But your nickelback here is where if you had your nickelback on the left side of this formation and you were man aligned, this play is bagged. It's bagged because you're going to have man up on St. Brown. You're going to match this route up the middle. You're going to match this. This won't be open. And what I'll have to do is dump this off. You're playing middle linebacker. You'd be responsible for that. So you would end up picking that ball off or getting a tackle for a short gain. But because I know that you're in this formation that I can just easily abuse, this changes the entire game. And I don't know if this happens during your league plays, but this is, when I'm playing you, Jalil, this is literally all I do when I'm on offense. This is it, in a nutshell. You can see right here, I hurry up, hot route it, and I want you to notice that too. Jalil, I snap this motherfucker quick, dude. I mean, as soon as I come out, I'm thinking there's no fucking way he's going to let me do this. So I hot route, and we're off to the races. You're going to see right... I don't know why it's trying to make me crop. I just want to go a second further. Boom. Right here. So here's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at a deep route. Right? We're looking at a deep route here. This is what I want. I want the whole shot. I'm seeing a match here. I'm seeing a deep quarter. This guy doesn't fucking matter at all. I'm seeing CB1 is just attached. We're chasing, and we've got a flat defender. You're the only guy that can stop this play. And he's flat-footed, which is why I think that he is matched onto him. This is a touchdown. It's a touchdown, and I don't even have to do anything. I don't think that I even needed to freeform this ball, but I just want to show you freeform as well, so you maybe start using it. I mean, I put this thing... Look at that. All right, so I freeformed it all the way up here. If I threw this pass regular, it would have only got to about the 10-yard line. I get this thing, I think, down to about the 3 or the 2. There ain't no stopping it. There ain't no stopping it when you come out in this base defense. And all it is, Jalil, when you come out in this, if I'm in a formation like this, and I come out trips, and you're in base, and you know that your nickelback is over here, you got to audible. You got to audible, and I think when you audible, it's going to reset your defense. You have got to find a way to get a defense where I can't outflank you like this. Because I'm going to outflank you, and I'm going to nickel and dime you. Like you said, I will nickel and dime you the whole way down the field, and then I'll strike when I have to. But you see it all the time. 7, 8 play drive, 9 play drive, 10-yard gains, 5-yard gains. Because mostly I'm just out leveraging you. If we talk about this play here, if this was a completely different play, let's call this bubble, right? So I'm going to make it red. And bubble, right, if I'm running RPO read bubble, I've got a blocker, and I've got a bubble. There is not one thing you can do on this play to stop a bubble right now if I run it. And you know I run it all the time. So, and if you do stop it, because the best way to stop a bubble is for you to take this linebacker, man him up to him, or control him, then I'm handing off this fucking inside read and we're out of here. So these formations where you're getting outflanked, find another defense, brother. Find something better than this. I know you can. Usually I base a line, but if you start to outflank me, I immediately audible into a different formation and I go right into coach adjustments. I remove base line, I man a line. Or, the general. I don't know. I think it typically is on man. But find a better defense for yourself so that you can make your life easier. You're making your life way too difficult on defense.